iHeart Podcasts. Hear more Gold 101.7 podcasts,
playlists, and listen live on the free iHeart app.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Our next guests are three brothers, fresh from an extraordinary journey on the high seas. 139 days, that's 4.5 months, covering pretty much 15,000 kilometres. That is travelling around the perimeter of Australia. But they did this non-stop rowing from Peru to Australia. Their names, Ewan, Jamie and Lachlan Maclean. What an extraordinary time they've had, and they join us now. Hello, fellas.
Hello. Hey, morning.
What vessel were you on to be able to do this?
Well, so it's a very specialist kind of rowing boat. It's got these two cabins, one either side, and then there's kind of space for three kind of rowing positions. And then it's covered in solar panels. It's got a water maker. It's got all the communication systems that you need for doing this sort of thing. Yeah, it looks a bit weird. It looks a bit like a kind of dolphin.
Yep.
It's quite a strange looking beast.
And do you have to pay some sort of deposit for that? What does the people say when you have to bring it back? Because you've taken it for a long time.
No, we actually helped to build this boat. So we were really fortunate to go out and work with a guy out in the Netherlands who's a kind of specialist ocean rowing boat builder, and spent a couple weeks building this amazing vessel.
And so non-stop rowing, I can't imagine it. And I've looked at the footage, the high seas, the horror. There were terrifying times, weren't there? Which one of you got swept overboard one night?
That was me, yeah. So we got caught up in an anticyclone about 2/3 of the way through, and on the kind of second night of this storm, got washed overboard on a night shift. Pretty scary, but fortunately Ewan was on the oars because we were just going into the night shift. So the nights generally will row with one up, and then during the day we'll all be up. So, but yeah, fortunately it was kind of on the transition from day into night. Ewan kind of saw it happen. The boat, it was a knockdown, which is when the boat kind of goes over 90 degrees and then but comes back up the same way. And then I was obviously nowhere to be seen. So Ewan reacted pretty quick and gave me a hand getting back into the boat, and it was all right.
Because I guess you'd never sleep.
Oh, you get broken sleep. So you crawl into the cabins, which I mean half the cabin you have to tuck under your feet under the row deck. And understandably they're incredibly cramped and hot. You know, we had so much food leaving Peru. We had bags of food on deck. The cabins were stacked to the ceiling, so you had this very narrow space that you'd crawl into. And on the night shifts, you'd maybe get between 5 and 6 hours sleep, but that'd be broken up into about three lots. And in between that, you're rowing. So there's always someone on the oars. The boat's always moving, and it's pretty relentless, as you can imagine.
I can imagine.
Pretty really.
What were some of the craziest things you saw? Things that you go, well, that's weird. How'd that get here? What were some of those things?
I mean, you see all sorts of sights. Some of it's kind of just like nature. So amazing cloud formations that you just don't see on land because there's no land masses that affect it. So you see these huge clouds. You see a whole distribution of very similarly sized clouds and amazing sunsets and sunrises. Sometimes it's quite scary though. We had one point where there was literally lightning hitting the water, around us. It was all around us, these big lightning clouds, and we're sitting there thinking we're the highest point on this this ocean. We need to be careful.
That's a good point because I was thinking, sharks, and you're not in really a pirate zone, but lightning, my goodness.
Yeah, and we got advice from our weather router of what do we do in that situation, and all he said was just we had an anchor chain just for when we got amongst islands, but he said if you get the anchor, wrap it around the highest point on the boat, and then just drape it into the water, that it will it will kind of diffuse any strikes into the ocean. So not really what you want to hear.
So you'd get the tallest brother, because that's what I do to my brother, because he's always going how tall he is. I say, well, you know what you're going to do? You stand up with the chain, mate, and protect us. Well, we're glad to see you back. I noticed that you're all freshly shaven, or one of you's still got the facial hair, the big mo.
But when you first landed, you all looked like you were Tom Hanks, I must say, in Castaway. A lot of hair, a lot of beard.
Yeah, it was. We got shaved on live TV, which was quite kind of exciting. But Yeah, we decided to keep a few remnants. Lachlan did have big mutton chops, but I see he shaved them off last night. I think the girlfriends weren't too best pleased. I think this has got limited, lifespan. It's
That
probably
is
going to come off in the next
that's a
few days.
cookie. That's a cookie duster from hell. That thing. That could row back. That could row back by itself. It doesn't even. It could tour by itself. Boys, thank you for joining us, and you've done such a great job. You and Jamie and Lachlan. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thanks for having
much.
us on, guys.
Awesome to chat, guys.
Good on you. The Maclean Brothers. Look out for them.